Folks, welcome back to the channel. If you are new here, hey, how you doing? My name's Chris and I'm building a business that suits my lifestyle. Welcome to my warehouse. We've been building this business for the last 5 years. Crazy journey to get here. I'm continuously surprised and also excited to be able to see what we're able to achieve. We started in the thrift shops. We started at home. We moved up into some storage units and we've recently moved into this warehouse 6 months ago. Which is kind of weird to think about because that's gone so quick. But the whole purpose of these videos, there's two things. Number one is I'm documenting my journey. I'm building a business, as I said, that suits my lifestyle and what I want to achieve as a dream and ambition. So it's probably going to look a little bit different to maybe how you're building yours or how other people are building their business. And that's okay. I'm not here to tell you how to do reselling or how to do eBay or e-commerce or anything like that. I'm literally just sharing the journey. Now, in doing so and in saying that, point number two is the reason why I share it for you is because I want to inspire, I want to motivate, and I want to encourage you to go after your own aspirations, your dreams, your goals. You can do whatever it is that you put your heart and action to. You can start from zero like everyone else and build up something beautiful that you love. It doesn't even have to be business. It can be just it could be just going through the normal corporate ladder. It could be just doing something else completely different to anything that I'm talking about. But the point is, you can do whatever you need to do or what you want to do, as long as you're willing to do the work. And this is my way of sharing and giving back. Now, along the way, if there is any questions or you're curious about something, please ask the question. More than happy to answer any questions. Chuck them down in the comments. We do have timestamps down the bottom so you can jump around and find something that's a bit more relevant for you. But our business, we predominantly sell clothing, pre-owned clothing. We have about 5,500 SKUs, so probably about 5,000 of those, probably a bit more, is clothing, and the rest is kind of like e-waste. We also do some collectibles and we do non-clothing items as well, but that's really where we're at. And it's a new week, Monday morning, 7 a.m. And this week is another exciting week. I've actually got another photographer starting today. So this will be another staff member. They're just coming on for a one-day step in, simply because our Mondays are becoming our busiest days in terms of packing and posting, and I kind of I want to make sure I'm making use of these double photo stations that we've got here. And Dion, I mean, he does a wonderful job, but he's getting pretty tied up doing all the postage on the Monday morning. So I just really wanted to have someone else leveraging some space here, making sure we are getting the best bang for buck. So my first thing that I do is when I get in, because I get in early, is put everything on charge, make sure the laptops and phones and everything's all good to go. And that way, when the team gets in, they're able to obviously, start to get straight into work with no problem. So I will have to do a little bit of training this morning, which is okay. Yeah, we've got a bit of a guidebook and things like that that help the team get settled in. But yeah, I'm excited for that, which is, to think that we're hiring someone else is kind of blows my mind, but here we are. All right, that one's on 62%. All right, so that's still getting charged and set up. The next thing that I've got to do is I've got to do a little bit of admin. I'll put any other phones on charge as well. But we had our first clothing WhatNot stream over the weekend. We did $1,500, which blew my mind. So it was so good that we're doing another one this week. So I'm going to be prepping for that this week. We've also got washing coming back today. We've got washing going out today. The other thing that I'll make mention is we also have our biggest deal arriving this week. So I've got to go pick that up on Thursday. And that's, 5,000 items of clothing. We've hired a truck. Going to go pick that up. That'll be Thursday, Friday. So that's going to be a pretty full week. Up until then, I guess my priority is really just continue to make sure that this room is all ready to go and make sure that some space over here is being cleared out, because we're probably going to move some of the boxes here. I think we're getting some e-waste potentially today, probably be tomorrow. Yeah, so many things going on. Let me get settled in, team. I'll give you an update on how the weekend went. It was pretty quiet, and yeah, we'll get cracking into the week. Let's do it. All right, team, just getting myself set up. We did actually have a return come through this morning, so I've just got to, I picked it up from the post office box. So I've just got to look through that and process that. Man, very frustrating when customers, you know, they get angry or frustrated when something doesn't fit, and they not all of them, but majority of them tend to lash out at the seller. And then when they're grumpy, they really do not put any care into sending things back. This person's literally sent back a Ralph Lauren Polo quarter zip. They've sent it back in a plastic bag and just taped it around. It's just all banged up. It's just it's annoying. It's frustrating, but that is the game we play. So the weekend has actually been pretty poopy considering all things. But when we think about that, we did WhatNot. That obviously gave us a bit of a jump. Like we've got a fair bit to be sending out, but we'll talk about that a little bit later. And Dan will help with that. But in terms of what we've got from the weekend, we've got 49 orders. It's about $2,329 worth. So it's, I wouldn't say it is the best. So it's about, average 47 ASP, which, you know, I'm pretty happy with, to be honest. But it's just been interesting because it has been quiet. Yesterday we only did about $600. So I am seeing some bigger dips and some higher days and things like that. So all a bit weird. I'd love to know, how are you guys tracking, especially if you're in the clothing space? What are you finding is happening? Are you finding that things are up and down? You know, how's it all tracking for you guys? But again, we charge on, we don't have a choice. So yeah, that's a little bit frustrating, but it is what it is. I can't really complain because we're still above where we, you know, we're higher than ever. All right, let's see what we've got here. So on 110,000, 193, we've got 49 orders. It's probably about 55 items, I think, maybe a bit more. So yeah, that's that. And yeah, I'm gonna get myself set up, process this return, and yeah, do some listings. All right, team, I'm just getting my listings done. The other thing that I've got today is I was introduced to, I don't really want to say who it is, but put it this way, I got an opportunity to connect with a CEO of a company. Just through, I met with someone and they said, oh, look, they didn't really think they could help me, but they did, like, them directly. But then they said, oh, look, I do know someone that's in the clothing industry. I can connect if you wanted to just, you know, chat industry and talk about some of the problems as a, you know, e-commerce brand and things like that. And I said, sure. And they said, look, you know, nothing might come of it. But anyway, I've got a 2 p.m. today. We've got a Zoom call with a CEO of a jeans company, which is pretty cool. Just to chat and just, you know, talk ideas. And they've been doing this for like more than 30 years. So that's at 2 o'clock today as well. So lots of exciting things happening. I'm just like, usually when I get in on a Monday morning, like I'm doing admins and stuff, but I'm really just kind of making sure I know what's happening through the week, all the different things coming and going. Of course, you can always plan for all these things, but we're very rapid and it's very fluid. Things change all the time. But, you know, I'm excited to be able to prep for the next WhatNot stream this week as well, knowing that we're going to have 5,000 pieces of clothing by the end of the week. So a fair bit to be done today. I'm going to get these listings finished. We're already on halfway, and then the team will be here, get them cracking, and then yeah, let's just make this week the best week it possibly can be. I'm a little anxious with some of the sales at the moment because volume is down, and you know, sometimes even when you're running a sale and all these things, you've got to work out why, and sometimes it's just timing, sometimes it's just the way of the beast, but it's constantly in the forefront of my mind of like, you know, if you are having a low week or a low day or whatever, what are we doing to continuously set the bar higher? And it motivates me to work harder. And it's not just about working harder for the sense of it, but actually how do we adjust and make sure that we are having that consistent flow come through. Now, some of that comes back to listing, of course, but, you know, also offering a great value proposition. Anyway, I am procrastinating now. Let's get these listings done. All right, team, we've got the washing back now, and this is all, we've got puffers, and the rest of it, I believe, is all sport shorts. Yes, it is. do these flat laid. Right team, Dion's almost finished the eBay stuff, and then we're going to have to work on how to do this WhatNot orders. I was looking through it myself, and interesting because so WhatNot does all of the combining itself, and it's a bit weird. It doesn't really follow like the same sizing of the small, medium, large, extra large, I mean extra small, extra large on Australia Post, because if someone's got it separates people's orders into weightage. So it's a bit weird because I went to combine someone's weight, and it says it exceeds the limit. So you have to send them in 2 boxes, which is going to be a little bit interesting. So because we've got a whole lot here, and like this is one customer's, all of this is one customer's. So it's probably going to get separated out. Anyway, it's definitely going to be a learning experience, and then I'll try and make it as cost effective as possible for the next one. But yeah, it's a bit of a weird thing. I can't even see how much the customers have been charged because WhatNot's already taken that. So it's a bit of a weird one. Yeah. Anyway, we'll be testing that out and figuring it out together. All right, Tim. So I'm continuing to do a little bit of a clean up in here because these boxes. Oh well, we've got to make another washing round. But the other thing is, I need to prep for the other WhatNot show, but I also need to keep things moving out of here because we're going to be racking up in here probably Friday after the pickup on Thursday. So just trying to plan ahead. I still have to do a little bit of admin, and I also have to do my BAS statement as well. So I'm going to try and do that today here so I don't have to do it at home. But yeah, lots of, it's kind of like a bit of a chicken egg kind of game or domino effect. You've got to get a few things in a row before we can start to make sure we're not double handling and reshifting. So just spending a bit of time actually just thinking and processing things at the moment. Because yeah, anyway. All right team, it's almost lunchtime. I've just been sorting a few things here. We've cleared out of his space, getting some stuff ready for the next WhatNot show. Dion's now doing the WhatNot packing, and it's a bit inconvenient. It's making us pack into multiple boxes and not letting us combine it. So I know some people are saying that's a bit weird, but hey, we'll just follow the process. I'm about to have some lunch. I've got a call at 2 o'clock. And yeah, it's all happening. It's busy now. Everyone's here. But this is all the WhatNot that we're gonna. It's a lot. All right, Tim. It's 1:50. I'm about to jump into my 2 o'clock call. I've actually been helping Dion do the WhatNot postage because it's just so much. So. This is all from eBay, but then all of this is WhatNot, and we're still going. And then there's still some more eBay to be done. So pretty crazy. It's a bit of a weird system, as I keep saying, but we've already started to get ready for the next WhatNot show. So we've got all of this going up on WhatNot, all of this as well, and then there'll be more as well. So getting that ready. We might actually do it into multiple different shows, simply because, you know, now that I know about the weightage and all that, it screws up things. So like one customer, and I do apologize, Bazzy, you're going to have like 9 packages come because for some reason WhatNot puts it into these different groups. So it's forcing us to send it in 9 different packages. We can't combine it because it goes over a weight limit. So bit of a weird one, but it is what it is. All right, I'm going to have my meeting and then check in after. All right, team, just had my call was finished, went for an hour, went a bit longer, and got some really cool notes and some really good insight. The meeting there was no intention for the meeting. It was just literally, we were connected, introducing, having conversation, and it was just great. Like, very grateful for individuals' time. Dion's gone now. He's finished all the postage. I think there's some more eBay stuff, but this is all WhatNot. This is wild. And there's one more there. And then we've got 2 bags full as well. So I'm going to check what we've got left on eBay to send. It's 3 o'clock now, so I'll do that before 4:30. That's when we leave. We've got a few more things for WhatNot here. I'm going to be getting this all ready. We're going to do it. I'm going to make it happen. We're going to do it again. Even though that all of this is going to be full of clothing and who knows what else in between, we're going to do it. I'm just grateful for the day, really. Everything's gone pretty good, and a lot of opportunities always happening. And after that conversation, I've got some new opportunities to go chase, and contact some people and places. So yeah, it's been a great day. I mean, before Dion, I was out helping Dion. We're both packing boxes because there's so much to pack. Really good problem to have. All right, team, that is a wrap of the day. It's 4:20. I've just been finishing up a few more postage items. Good to see we've got some empty racks now. As I said, we already filled up a few more racks with some stuff we'll be doing on WhatNot next. We've got so much postage. So that's all eBay, and then that's all basically WhatNot, because it's a really weird postage situation, as I was explaining earlier. So hopefully we'll make some changes on that. I'm going to roll this out and put it in the van. Didn't get any updates from the ewaste yet. They still haven't picked up the other walkie stacker. The ewaste might come tomorrow. I'm not sure, but I've got a bit of a out of the schedule pickup of some stuff tomorrow. Not that I need to, but just planning ahead on some things. So I'll be picking that up tomorrow, just some more goods. But tomorrow's focus will be, I was wanting to do it today, but I didn't get a chance because, well, Dion didn't get a chance either. We need to start moving that stuff over there and starting to clean up all of this space as well. So knowing that I need to leave space here to do our WhatNot stream, yeah, pretty excited. Actually very excited. I'm going to wrap it up there, folks. Get this all put in the van and get on home and hopefully do a walk before dinner. I'll see you tomorrow. Ciao! And just like that, it was Tuesday, folks. Hope you're all doing well. It's 7:12, slightly little bit of a delay this morning, but we're here and we're getting it done. So another busy day. Just getting everything on charge, get all this set up so we're good to go. But today is a couple days out since till we're getting the big deal. So we have quite a bit of stuff to get done. I've got a few errands I've got to run, typical me, all over the place, but I'm excited. I got another pickup. I really don't need to be getting any other stock, but you know, when a deal comes along, you take the opportunity. So I'm picking that up this morning, and then I'll be back here. Must be back here about 11 o'clock, but it's not far, so just be a quick, what do you want to call it? A quick snatch and grab, if you will. And then we'll be back here with the team. And I believe I've got Dion in, and I should have my other photographer in as well. But right now I'm going to do a Get Wired podcast, simply because I need to do that today, because Thursday we're going to be driving into the city. Get that done. The other plans today is just to continue to process what we've got happening over here. And actually there was another box of goods that I can't remember where I put. Anyway, we'll continue to process the stuff that we've got here, and then just start to make space. I do need to shuffle a few things in here as well. Walkie stacker, have no idea when it's getting picked up. It's just a bit of a joke at this point, isn't it? And because I need to make space in here, because I'm going to be parking the truck in here when we get all the goods. And yeah, other than that, really just continue to prep to move forward. I'm going to do a bit of listings and stuff this morning as well, but I'm going to do my Get Wired podcast first. We're doing a bit of a, actually it's probably already come out. It's kind of like a scorecard, you know. So I'm going to go through a whole bunch of questions, and you can kind of rank and rate how you think you're going with that. I think it's a good little pulse check, if you will. And I don't think I'll be sorting clothing, but I am going to get some clothing out for WhatNot, so maybe I'll do that in parallel. It might be a bit difficult, but we'll see what we can do. Let me go do my podcast, and then we'll get back into the day. All right, team, just finished the Get Wired podcast. I'm now just going to start doing all my listings. Where are we at? We had a bit of a drop down yesterday. I think we ended up doing about 1,000, way lower than where I want to be. Hopefully today we're having a bit of a pickup already. Like a few more sales are coming through early in the day, which is good. Definitely what we need. Let's see what we got here. Just accepting an offer. All right, so there we go. Okay, so we're sitting on 109,920. So we've actually dropped down. Sales have really become a bit of a, which is what I'm trying to avoid. but we've got 19 orders to go out. So grateful for that. All right, I'm going to just got some quick consignment goods that are some quick wins, got some Pokemon stuff that I'm going to quickly photo and get listed because they should turn around hopefully within 24, 48 hours. And yeah, then I'm going to continue on with the listings, and Dion will be here probably, I don't know if he's here at 8 or 8:30, and we'll get cracking into the day. Let's do it. So there's been a big update from the US tariff situation as well. So USA have stopped the threshold of items less than $800, meaning we never used to have pay a tariff tax on that, or sorry, customers purchasing never had to. That's now been removed. The problem is the US government has now decided that they want to make sure that this is retrospectively paid, meaning so if a customer buys something from us today on eBay, they want it to be paid up front. Now the problem is, because that's not built into the system yet, when you make the postage label, that's when you're going to get charged the tariff. So if you sell an item for $100 and it's manufactured in Australia, it's going to the US, they will then charge you another 10% tax on top of that. So it's $110. The problem is the customer hasn't paid the $10. I've paid the $10 during the label creation. But what's worse is it's all based on where the item is manufactured. If it's like China, it's like 30%. If it's like India, it's like 50%. So all these tariffs are now getting calculated when we make the postage label. Now this comes into effect from the 29th of August, I believe. Hopefully by then we will have an outcome that eBay is going to take that, like pick that up in advance of the sale, and then just like what it does for the UK and other countries, and then it'll be all good. But yeah, that's definitely something which is in the back of my mind, because 20% of my revenue is international. Now, if we do $400,000 in a year, that's $40,000. And I do not want to turn off, I don't want to turn off international to US. But we worked out it might mean that if they didn't find a way to be able to charge the customer when the sale transacts on eBay, and I'm having to wear the cost, it could be around an extra $7,000 a year that I have to take from my bottom line. I'm not really keen to do that at all. So definitely something, if you haven't seen the notification from Australia Post, I'll put it up on screen. Go check it out. It could have changed by now. Hopefully it has. These things are very, very, very fluid. So just something that's in the back of my mind. But I'd love to hear from you. What are you guys doing about the whole tariff situation now that they've made this huge announcement, and it's going to probably end up impacting our bottom lines? What do you plan to do? I know a lot of people are deciding to just turn off US until they have better information. Anyway, it is what it is. All right, team, I've got to do a quick little tip run, and then I've had, I was in contact with someone yesterday of hopefully getting a couple of, bunch more, not that I need it, more clothes, but can't go wrong on a good deal. So I'm gonna go get that, shouldn't be too long hopefully, and then yeah, the rest of the day we'll be continuing to just clean things up, get ready for Thursday, and yeah, get that all in the right, look, it's going to be a little bit dynamic. I've got an idea in my head how I want things to happen, but I always am open to, like, if we can find a better way to do it while we're doing it, then let's do it, because sometimes you don't have all the information until you're doing it, and we can plan ahead, but you can never have that plan perfect. You can have an execution strategy, like how you plan to proceed, but you've got to be willing to adapt. And I think I talk about this all the time, is one of the biggest things that you need to focus on in business is problem solving. There's going to be so many problems, but you got to look at the problems as the opportunity to do better, or to find a better solution, or to grow, or to learn. Because if I had given up with every single problem that I found, we would not be here today, right? And even today, there's still so many problems that I'm working on in the background of how do we solve, how do we do this better, how do we make that happen. And yeah, one thing actually, which I can't remember if I spoke about it yesterday, probably did, maybe I didn't. So we had Cameron start for his, he's going to be helping out on Mondays yesterday. He's done really, really well. Really, really detailed, loves the process. He's going to be helping out on Mondays, and I'm so glad I went down that route, and that opportunity just arose because he was looking for Monday just to do some extra work, just to get some extra money. And because Dion's going to be pretty chockers on Mondays going forward. So to have Cameron come in, be able to do the one day, I'm getting the best bang for buck for that photo station. And it also means that we're still growing, we're still pushing the needle, not really costing me too much. So, you know, he'll get just about $33 an hour plus super and all that jazz. And that means if he's able to probably do about 40, I think over time he'll probably be able to do 50 in the day. You know, it's not heaps, but when you think about 50 items with an ASP of 45, even if it's $40, 5 4s, you know, it's $2,000 for, you know, probably about, I don't know, in total cost, he's doing what, 7 3s, 200, like $250 with super and everything. So not too bad. I'm pretty happy with that. So yeah, that's working out, chump. So he'll be back going forward every Monday at this rate. So yeah, exciting times. All right, I'm getting a phone call. Gotta go. Ciao. All right, team, I am back. I'm going to be working on getting all this cleaned up before I get into any of the other stuff that we just picked up. A little bit of carrot dangling to help. So just want to clean this up because I think some of the boxes are going to be going in here, and really want to make sure that this is going to be easy to do on Thursday. Yeah, that's what we're working on. All right, team, it's been a bit. We've got Dion over here playing toys. He's loving it. We've just been testing this and it works. So it's good news. So we've made some good progress here. So this is basically all cleaned up. This is all on wheels, so that's quick to move. We've just had the basel ring outside get picked up and it's going, just because it's been a bit annoying. And the other good news is I've got all this signed off. This is all good now. They're picking this one up Thursday, apparently. I got my pallet jack dropped off. And actually I need to pay for that. I'm going to do that before this person goes. All right, nearly forgot to pay for the pallet jacks, just pay for that. So we've just been scheming of how we're going to be having things come in on Thursday. So everything's going to go here, all of this is going to wheel around there. We do have to leave some space in case we have to use the, obviously the pallet racking. But I think this is good to go. Yeah, fingers crossed. And then we've also had all the other goodies arrive, which we're just quickly processing now, which is a whole bunch of shorts and a few other things as well. So this is just getting quickly processed, so we're all set up ready for summer, because I think the next lot that I'm getting, the big deal, doesn't have a lot of shorts, so just making sure I haven't boxed myself out of summer. But yeah, this is good. And I've got a video call at 3:30 with with my consignment group, actually, just for some updates and some things coming. So that's interesting. Haven't had a video call like that before, so hopefully that's a good thing. But yeah, good day, not too bad. All right, team, so we've got all of the shorts now processed. This is just to get ahead for summer, because the best time to be obviously listing is before summer for this kind of stuff. So we've got all of these shorts. That's all men's, and this is women's. Don't usually do women's shorts, but I'm going to give that a go. And we've got a couple of shirts in here as well. There's still a few more things to go through, but probably not going to do that today, keeping in mind that I've got to make all the space. So I'm just going to move this around at the moment and get this ready to be put into washing bags. We've made some, I can't remember. Did I already tell them on here what the plan was over there? I don't know. I can't remember. I can't remember. Anyway, probably just repeating myself. So the plan, no, I did. I said we're going to move that down there. So now that this is all cleared up, there's a couple of little things that I'm finding some hidey holes for. And then there's some stuff here that I'm going to do. Dion's got the rest of the stuff from the table that he's going to focus on tomorrow while I'm at backpacks. And then there's still a lot of e-waste that we've got to do. So I've got to just figure this out. So I was hoping we're going to get an e-waste pickup today, but that hasn't happened. And I haven't heard, but I do have a call with them today for some other stuff. So that's happening in about an hour's time. But I think, yeah, this is all going to work out. I've actually been pulling out a few more things for WhatNot as well, knowing that that's in the back of my mind. But I'm trying not to get into, there's a whole bunch of stuff over there that I want to get into and sort, but I don't really want to start any of that, knowing that Thursday I'm not going to be here and I need to keep everything clean. We've got some more RM Williams stuff for WhatNot. pulled out a few more things here for WhatNot. Jagger's got a couple more ties. There's a pair of pants and jeans. This stuff, we may rerun a lot of this, but at $1 because it didn't sell. So we might do that as $1. Yeah, and then actually I might be able to move all those racks down here. Maybe that's what I'll do. All right, team, it's all happening. So Dion's just gone. I've had a few more sales come through. It's been not too bad, but a few people are just not paying, which is obviously a bit annoying, but that's just, you know, usual stuff at this point. I think there was a question that I wanted to answer. I'll just see if maybe I was reading an older question. I saw something came through. Oh, Larry wanted to know, can I make videos of my WhatNot shows so I can view the content? It's very hard to be making videos of the WhatNot when I'm talking for 3.5 hours. I can stream it to YouTube, but at this point, my focus for WhatNot is just do it and get the process right before I start filming things and whatnot. So, yeah, I mean, it's a good idea. Don't get me wrong. I'm just finishing to clean this up. I've got a call in an hour. Dion's just left. Getting WhatNot stuff happening at the same time, like just as I'm sorting things. The only last thing that I need to do, which I also have tomorrow to do, is just finalize cleaning this area up, because it's still got to clean up from last week's shuffle. But we're making space, and then all of this will go down to here. So it's going to come around here and go down here, and that will get tucked away in the back corner here. And then we're pretty much ready to go for Thursday. I'm nervous, excited, everything in between, but it should be good. And yeah, it's all good. And there we go. So much room for activities. This is going to be great. So only the last thing to do, I'm not going to do this now, is this. This needs to get fixed up tomorrow. That will hopefully get picked up tomorrow. The truck will be backed all the way into here. We'll be unloading and putting everything here. Happy days. And then what we have to do, oh, I did sneeze, so much dust. Sorry. Then what we have to do is then, once everything's unpacked, we will redo everything in here to put the racking up and all that. I think that's going to be the best way to do it. And if that takes us next week, the week after even, it's not the end of the world. The idea is that we've got a space for this, that it's all stacked. Worst case is if we can't fit everything here, which I don't think we will, we do have the pallet rack. It's going to be very interesting, very interesting. All right, I'm going to do some quick little prep for my call, because it's with someone a bit higher in the organization that I haven't really got to have conversations with. And then we'll probably finish doing stuff here. Happy days. All right, team, I'm about to jump into my call. I'll probably go for an hour or so, and then I've got to go pick Carla up. So it's all going to go. I was saying to Dion before, imagine if I didn't have him at the moment. Like, none of this would be possible. I wouldn't be able to do all these additional things that I'm doing. And if anything, I'm doing completely different things that I was doing. And also I'm doing less of other things. So that I'm still adjusting with, because I feel like I'm not being productive. But, you know, this week I've had meetings with multiple different people, some of my clients, some of the vendor. Like, it's just stuff that I'm able to free up to be able to do, which open up new opportunities, new doors. Maybe not straight away, but it opens it up for longer term. And you know, the stuff I'm doing today is helping us for the next 90 days, whereas the team need to do the next 90 days. So that's what I'm starting to really see and how it plays out, and what my time today helps us really move forward, whereas the team, I'm getting them doing the day-to-day operations. All right, team, I will get back to you shortly, and yeah, wish me luck. All right, team. Geez, that was a long meeting, an hour and a bit. You know, all these things always happen at the same time. So this is dealing with one of my, I guess, client customers consigning deals with our eBay, and we have an opportunity for some things, which is, I mean, it's pretty big. So just trying to figure out how that's going to look, and it's not happening right away, but it's definitely the thing I would keep talking about, where there's a new opportunity coming and we're working towards it. It's finally just happened, and we're on to the next step. So I've got to do a little bit of legwork on that. But yeah, it's, you know, I've talked about this over the last couple of months, like, you know, about getting uncomfortable and, you know, you have to be comfortable to get uncomfortable and try new things and all this stuff. And you know, this is an opportunity which is, look, it still, things might mean that it still doesn't happen, but there's things here where it's like it's gonna require more changes and more adjustments and different things and different ways of working. But if I can make that happen, it, you know, ultimately could be a huge win. And I know I'm talking in riddles and it all sounds whatever, but you know, I can't talk about it for obviously my own, making sure that I cover myself in that sense. But yeah, anyway, so I'm just kind of digesting all that. I'm picking up Carla in an hour, so we had to chat with her and vent a bit. All right, well, I'm just going to pack a couple more items. Nothing else really can do short term now because I've got to leave. Well, Carla gets in an hour, so I've got to leave in about 20 minutes. So I'll pack a couple more items, get that all ready. Lots of things happening this week. Oh my goodness. All right, good things. I'll talk to you in a minute. All right, team, that is a wrap. I'm going to, oh yeah, by the way, we put this here now. We're going to shelving unit here. I'm going to go pick up Carla, get out of here, back here tomorrow, doing it all again. Lots of things going on. Head's running wild. Anyway, all good things. All right, team, ciao. Folks, it is a Wednesday morning and a little bit of a different start. Not as early, it's 7:30, just heading in. Now I'm going to do a drop off on the way in, but it's an absolutely spectacular morning. All right, it's all happening. So my head's been running wild all night, not in a bad way, just with all the things going on. Just a few things that I got to do. I finished my BAS statement for the end of last financial year last night as well. Got that done, so that's all done and dusted. And yeah, now it's time to move on to the next couple of next current priorities, I guess. So we've got today I'm going to be at Backpacks this morning, but we have still a whole bunch of things that we're going to finish. We've basically cleaned up the area so we can have a successful day tomorrow when picking up the goods. So that's pretty much done, but there's a few little tweaks that I'll do. Still got to continue prepping for WhatNot. Got to make washing bags. I've also got to do some work on this new e-waste deal that is coming through. Whether I'm going to get to that today, I don't know, but I probably should, because I'm not going to really get to it tomorrow because I'm going to be out all day. So got to get on top of that. But that's probably the main area of focus that I've got to do. There's a few things I should be photoing and getting on top of, but I'm realizing that some of that I may need to start to teach Dion how to do some of the electronics and e-waste and stuff, simply just because I haven't had the time to do it. And which is interesting because, and I spoke about this last night, is, you know, a couple of weeks ago when Dion first started, I was struggling to really realize, what am I doing now? What's my role? Where am I putting my time? But then after yesterday, you know, realizing I was just in meetings and calls and doing more of building business opposed to working in the business, you know, I would not have gotten anything done if I didn't have Dion. It just wouldn't have been possible. So I'm starting to see how that's coming to life now, and I haven't necessarily seen an uptick in our revenue or our bottom line yet. I think that's still going to take a good 90 days to really understand what that looks like. But I think if we had a really good day yesterday, we ended up doing about $2,000. If we can keep those kind of, you know, I guess random days becoming more of a normal day, that's when we're going to start to see it. And that's going to take a little bit of work. I haven't got the e-waste delivery this week yet, so that's probably going to come this afternoon, which means I'm not going to be able to do it probably because, yeah, I'm out tomorrow, and then, yeah, so anyway, lots of moving pieces, all good problems really. I'm going to get this drop off done, and then I'll see you in the warehouse. All right, we're here. Geez, this is so much better. Just been thinking a bit more about here. So I've still got to find a home for some of this stuff. This is stuff that's going to be photoed. This is shoes. I'm thinking some of this, like, I don't think Dion's going to get to it today. I could get him to keep doing them actually, but I'm thinking we'll just move them around, put them to the back, you know, hide them at the back, making sure that this space is all good. Now, if I look at this, I'm probably going to have clothing from about here. So if we look at this, it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 meters, which should be enough because the van is 4 meters long, 4.2, the truck, sorry. So if we can do 5 meters, we should be able to keep it about this deep, still get the walkie stack around, and I reckon we can fit everything here. Might stack it a little bit higher, but yeah, ideally what I should really be doing is stacking them onto pallets, but don't think I've got, maybe I can go for a little bit of a pallet run later. Anyway, just all these things I'm thinking about. Realized I didn't get another bag I've got one left, that's okay. All right, I'm gonna get all the phones on charge, make sure everyone's all set up and ready to rumble, and get into the day. First order of business is, I totally forgot, well I haven't, I just got my reminder on my calendar. It's payday, gotta pay the staff, do the weekly financials, all that kind of stuff. There's always more expenses, never ends. But that's okay, we charge on. In terms of how we're tracking for the month, we're sitting on, looks like we are sitting on about, I think there's another $30 orders that have just come through, but we're sitting on 24,000 for the month already. And we're on track to do, actually that's not true because my computer has not synced yet. Let's reload that. Let's make sure this is right. I think it's probably about, this probably is what I said actually. Let's see, FY26. It looks like we are on track to do 38,500. So I would like to get that to a minimum of 40,000. If we can get it to 40,000, happy days. That will be ideal. I think we can get there. With WhatNot this weekend and a few other hopeful quick wins this month, I think we will get there. But it is always, it's always a challenge. But I'm up for the challenge. All right, so I'm going to do payday, do all those things, and really just doing admin this morning and just prepping for the day. That's really, yeah, that's a lot of my time these days. All right, let's get into it. All right, team, it is now 9:20. I'm off to backpacks and we'll be back here and we'll be finishing to set up the WhatNot stuff. We'll be, yeah, lots of things happening. Anyway, I'll see you in a jiffy. All right, folks, I'm just back from backpacks. We ended up getting a whole bunch of pallets, actually. I was going to go for a search and they had a whole bunch. So I got 4 and they said if I need more, I can come back. So they're going to go over here because when we unpack, we'll put them straight into the pallets. I've got to contact eBay, deal with some annoying feedback. And we've got Dion over here just living the dream, sorting through what will be a bit of a surprise for everyone at the WhatNot show. We've got a bit of Disney stuff coming through, so making that happen. So yeah, it's all happening here too. All right, team. So Dion's gone through a whole bunch of Disney stuff. We've got heaps here actually. Not all of this is going on WhatNot, but there'll be a bunch of it that we will run on WhatNot just because, well, we've got newer tag stuff as well. Give you guys some opportunity, and of course this is all going to be by the time this video comes out, we've already done that stream, so you're seeing the tail end of it. We're still going to make up washing bags. I've just been chatting with eBay in regards to some feedbacks which came from one disgruntled customer. They went through and left feedback on every single item that they purchased and complaining about didn't arrive on time, they didn't like the answer they got. They even complained that they didn't like the offer they got, but they bought it anyway. It's like, this stuff is just nonsense. It really is. Anyway, we charge on. All right, team, so Dion has finished all of the non-clothing items that we had laid out to do. There's a couple of bits and bobs over here with shoes. We've got some rollerblades, a couple of electronic things and some Barbie stuff. That we haven't really prioritized at this point, and then I got more shoes, so we've just put that on the back burner for now, but that's all done. So this is probably going to go back into the other room now. That will be spinning around here because this is where everything's going to go tomorrow, and then the only other thing I've got to do is just clean this up a little bit more to make sure that we'll be able to back the truck up, and the walkie stack is getting picked up tomorrow apparently at 12 o'clock. So yeah, I think we're good to go. It's 3:30. I'm just going to finalize some of the things here. We're just continuing to get everything ready for washing, and the WhatNot show in here with all the Disney, all the shorts and everything in between. Sorry, there's some person grinding, but this is all the Disney stuff. Some really good stuff in here actually. And then this is all the washing going out, so heaps. Yeah. Alright, so this is pretty much where we're at the moment. Just still got to sort these. We'll probably, oh, this is a really good piece, look at that. This is probably what's going to be finalized, probably going to be Friday. And I'll have some of the team help me with that. That's all washing going out on Friday. And yeah, now the last thing that I got to do is just finalize a bit over here, and we're pretty much good to go for tomorrow. Team, that is a wrap. That's all cleaned up. This guy will just wheel over here tomorrow. The pallets is, yeah, depending on size of the boxes, we're going to end up leveraging the pallets in case we need to put stuff up there. So I've got them ready to go. Yeah, it's time to get out of here, and the big day starts tomorrow. Ciao! Folks, it's Thursday, the big day, and we've even got the boss with us just to throw everyone off. She's going to be holding down the fort while I'm out and about. And alright, so I've got to unpack this van very quickly. We've got to leave here in about 20 minutes to go pick up the truck as well. So get this done and then have some breakfast and on to the next task. Alright team, breakfast is done. Unpacked the van with all the postage supplies, which I'm going to leave for Dion to figure out where to put. And we're about to head off and pick up the truck. Then we're going to come back, grab the pallet jack, all those different things, and then we head off after we've got some fuel. So I really hope it's all going to fit. A bit nervous, I don't think it is, but we'll cross that bridge when we get there. All right team, bit of a slow start. Had to just take care of a couple of things, but it's now 9:15. I've got my dad behind me, he's in the truck and I'm in the van, and we're making our way. It's going to be about an hour drive to pick it up, and then it's going to be pretty go for the rest of the day. So wish us luck team. I'll keep you updated as we go as much as possible, otherwise you're going to see it all later regardless. So let's do this. All right team, I'm exhausted. So we've done two of three locations. We've got one more location to go, and then it's happy days. So just heading there now. I haven't had to use the van, fill the van yet. We've basically almost filled the truck, and I think we're going to be able to fit the truck, fit it all in the truck, but I don't know. We'll see when we get to the last. I haven't been filming anything. It's just been go because we really want to try and avoid busy traffic on the way home. So almost there. All right team, we're actually, well, sorry, it's all dark, I do apologize. We're in the tunnel on the way home, and we managed to fit it all in. My van is absolutely chockers, the truck is absolutely chockers. Just on our way back to the warehouse now. We'll probably be there in about 20 minutes, 30 minutes. I can't believe we did it, but we did it. So exciting times. We're going to try and unload it today, because if I can get the truck back by tomorrow morning 9 AM, I'll actually get a bit of a refund. So probably gone better than expected. But look, at the end of the day, don't have to rush at this point. Plan is just get it done. I do have 30 days to count it all, to make sure we agree on a counted number. But yeah, we've signed the deal, all happening from today. Otherwise, so yeah, very grateful, very happy, and let's see what we can do. All right, team, we're back. This is it. It's happening. Got to unload it though. Yeah, not too bad for timing either. This is what we're at so far. Still got my van, and we still got half the truck left. All right, team, it is 4:07. We're done. We're done for the day. Carla's done for the day. But let me show you the chaos end result. So the walkie stacker didn't get picked up. They apologize, they're coming tomorrow, but it actually worked out because I even got my e-waste just arrived literally when we arrived, and I've been using the two to be able to shuffle things. But this is what we've got. So we've got this big bunch here, and then we go all the way to here, and then we go to here, then we go to here, then we go to here. We've got shoes and everything as well. Then we go to this pallet, that pallet, that pallet, that pallet. So about 66, 67 boxes, averaging anywhere from 100 items to, oh, it's another 100 there. I think there's 25 big jackets in this. So like it does vary, probably about 50 in a box. And then these bags will be anywhere between, 50 to 100 as well. So, yep. And then we've got some racking, which is at the front there. And we've still got the swivel racking to come on wheels. That will come next week because they're still finalizing, packing up their other parts of that. So, which is all good because that's not urgent. So I've got 30 days to count all of this. So we agree on a number and then my payment terms start after that. So pretty happy with this. Yeah, pretty wild. We're gonna get out of here, got to drop the post off and yeah, big day. What a day, pretty exciting. Anyway, see you tomorrow, folks. Ciao. And folks, just like that, it was Friday. We are back. And it's exciting because get to come in and deal with this today. Like this is just, it's kind of hard to comprehend actually. It's all still sinking in. Anyway, that's today's and probably the next 30 days problem. But the good news is it's Friday and we have the boss in the house. She's ready to rumble. And we've got some coffee, we've got some breakfast, we've got heaps of stuff to do today. We've got to finalize the WhatNot show. I've got to get all that up listed so you guys can see what categories there are. Washing's going out, coming back. Got some goods that we picked up yesterday. Some cool things in there. And Dion will be in here in about 15 minutes. He'll be doing postage and then, yeah, probably got to start cracking on some of this. I got the e-waste that arrived last night. Apparently the walkie stack is getting picked up today. You know, you hear things, but you never really believe it. Yeah, so a little bit of strategizing to do, a little bit of planning. Yeah, I'll get things on charge and get cracking, and then we'll get started. I'm excited. It's lots of things happening. It's all good. I feel sore in many places, but it's a good kind of sore from all the lifting. Yeah, should be good. Rested really well last night, fell asleep super early, and yeah. All right, let's have breakfast, get set up, and then we'll get into it. All right, folks, Dion's in. He's going to kick off with the postage. I'll just give you guys a bit of update of how things have been going. Sales have been pretty dead. We had a negative this week, which did absolutely drop the store. I know people say it doesn't. I mean, eBay says it doesn't, but it did. But that's been removed, and we've kind of picked back up again. We've got 15 orders to go out, and we're dropped down to about 108,500. So definitely lost that little bit of momentum. Have found that, speaking to a few other people as well, they've in the clothing space, they've said, yeah, it's been a pretty average, mediocre kind of month, which is a bit weird because usually August, from the last 4 years, it's always had a bit of a bump because usually tax time and stuff. So I don't know, interesting how that's playing out, but what do? You just charge on. So we've just been game planning a little bit. We are going to probably start to get into some of these bags today just to start processing them, like the ones as far as back here, because, you know, obviously this is working space, and then we can work our way up over the next few weeks. And I want to get into this today as well. So lots to be done. And I've got to do the WhatNot. I'll probably start on the WhatNot stuff first, get that done. And then wouldn't want Dion to miss out on getting into the clothes. He looks over with a sneaky look. I got to scratch that itch. Anyway, team, we'll show you all the stuff as we get into it as well. So should be a lot of fun. All right, folks, we've got these are all jeans. These are all back. I'm going to flat lay them over to here so they're ready for the next photographer. And then probably by that time, Dion, we finish, and we'll probably start getting into the stuff over here. So exciting times. Let's see what we can do. All right, folks, so Dion's doing this. We just try and put all the colors together as best as possible. Usually it's just blacks and blues. I'm gonna start doing the e-waste, and then we're gonna start getting into this in parallel. So multiple things happening, but got to keep things moving. No time to muck around. It's definitely keeping me honest. So I'm gonna bring those scales around to here. I've got my e-waste tables. They've kind of moved over to the sides. I've got to bring them over here, and we'll do it all here. Just get it done. This is my little setup that we've got here, folks. Everything's on wheels. This is what I love about it. It makes it very easy. Only things that are not on wheels is this bad boy, but that's okay. So I'm going to go through this, sort through it, put the wire in this box in front of me. We've got here for all the stock that we get, and as I need to, I can just grab more boxes. And then Dion's about to finish, and then he's going to start on the clothing. So it's all happening. All right, team, we're making our way through this e-waste. Nothing too crazy at this point. Dion's having a ball over here. He's pulled out a whole bunch of stuff. Nothing crazy, but there's some Carhartt and other stuff. I just pulled this one out. This is epic. I'm a big Star Wars fan, and to find this on the old Lee Sport tag is pretty cool. That's beautiful. So there's heaps of stuff here. Like, what's the count so far?
146.
146, and we haven't even, we've probably just done one bag. Yeah. Jeez. This is good. This is good. All right, team, all the e-waste has now been done. We've pulled out heaps of laptops. In here's all the other stuff, which I'll sort a bit later. Just making some space so we can keep walking through here. I've got the pallet packed up. Dion's been having a ball over here, making up washing bags, and we found some pretty cool stuff. And then after these ones have been done, we'll probably get into this kind of stuff here. Lots of tees, lots of button-ups, but yeah, some of the tees and stuff have been pretty wild, actually. It's almost lunchtime. I've got my laptop guy coming at around, I think it's coming at 1:30, and yeah, basically the rest of the day we'll just be continuing to do this and also get WhatNot ready as well. That'll probably be for the second half of the day. But try not to muck around, just go. All right, team, still sorting through shirts. We're gonna have some lunch now. We picked up some goodies from our favorite little eatery down the corner. I've got some beef and veggies. Carla's got some beef and rice. And Dion, what are you having?
Hot dogs.
Hot dogs it is. Nice. Love it. All right, team. Dion went an hour ago. It's 3:30. Laptop guy came. He spent about over $300 on laptop, so very grateful for that. Thanks, mate. We've started to get onto some of the jeans now. We've got so many shirts here. These are all going to be on WhatNot. All of these will be on WhatNot. And then we've got the bags ready for next week to go out for washing. Some pretty cool stuff in here. A lot of stuff that we're learning as well. And now just finalizing, getting ready for the big show tomorrow. So at the moment we're just sorting out the Disney stuff into kind of categories. Now whether we get all this done tomorrow is not really the point. It's kind of like I want to have the options for what people kind of want, and separating it out. So there's going to be lots of opportunity to buy. Oh, we also found this one. This is pretty cool. That's from 1999. Pity it's a kid size, otherwise it would be my favorite shirt to wear. Yeah, so just finalizing all that. I'm going to probably continue out here as well. Just been doing a little bit of admin. We'll have to do another little post before we go as well. We've had a few more sales come through, get that done and dusted. Yeah, not too bad. I mean, I've had a few little moments with eBay where another person leaving a item not as described because they said it must be mislabeled because it does not fit them. This is becoming a more common issue with the more buyers that we expose ourselves to. It's just very frustrating. Anyway, it is what it is. And we've already processed a whole bunch of clothing today. So we've opened up, I think it was 4 or 5 bags, and we've done 707 items in terms of the count. So that's basically what you see here, 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 and here. And we've still got all of this to do, the bags, and I think there's still more bags in here. So we have a lot to go, and we've already done that much. Some amazing pieces in here, lots of vintage pieces. There's a lot of Carhartt in here, some Dickies, Ralph, there was some Pendleton, Wrangler, heaps of cool stuff. And all of this has been just pretty incredible as well. Lots of corduroy pants, True Religion, whole bunch of different stuff. Coogie pants, like just wild. All right, team, that's pretty much almost a wrap. I've got to take you through the WhatNot show shortly, but Carla's just in a meeting, so I'll do that afterwards. I did manage to get this for my personal collection. Got this for $20 plus post, which was pretty good. Very happy to pick these. These are my childhood games. Absolutely love these. This one's sealed. This one's a bit banged up, but for 20 bucks for the two, can't really go wrong. Very happy with that. So I'm just going to probably do a little bit more listings right now. I'm pretty exhausted in a good way. Like, we've just been going. Excited to be able to start to process all of this next week. Like, we have so much stock, folks. Just unbelievable amounts of stock. And you know, we're going to be making some changes with the team to be able to help us ramp up even further. And the next area that we're focusing on is purely actually just ramping up on actually listings. And I'm changing things up with my lister John so that we can remove me as a bottleneck, because at the moment we actually have over 250 listings ready to go live. Sorry, we've got 250 sitting in the draft bank ready to go live, but we've got more than that ready for him to start listing. But unfortunately, because I'm the one that sends them live, I'm now the bottleneck. So I have to remove myself from that process. So we'll be changing that up so he'll be able to send things live, which means we should be able to start ramping up, doing a lot more, because clearly we've got enough stock. We're going to be doing a lot more WhatNot, obviously doing plenty on eBay, and I've already sold some of this stuff. I've sold 5 pieces already. That went out and didn't really make huge profit on it, but just moved it just to quick wins for someone. And yeah, that is all full of jerseys. There's just some incredible pieces in here. We found some Coogie shorts. This is pretty cool. Size, what size are these? Size, it doesn't actually have a size. Oh, size large. So these are pretty cool. Coogie shorts. There is a bit of a thread pull here and a bit of a hole on the other side, but still super cool. Carhartt pants. I mean, like just everything. Like, we haven't even scratched the surface of what we've got here. These are all mainly pants. We've got heaps of other goodies. We've got actually, I don't know where I put that box. We've got shoes around here. There is a box. Crap, I don't know where I put it. There's a box that has oh crap, where did I put it? There's a box that has sunglasses in it too. I mean, we've got like these Nike shoes, like just crazy. I mean, it's just falling out. We've got stuff everywhere. We've got Doc Martens. Like these like pretty much look brand new. Just so much stuff. This is going to be a game changer. These are all puffers. What have we got here? This is vintage Nordica. Let's see if I can find those sunglasses. I think it's at the back. I think it's that box there. Can't get to it. Anyway, I haven't even seen these shoes. Like, I mean, this stuff is just wild. Like, this is crazy. Anyway, I'm very happy. I'm exhausted. There goes another pair. Absolutely exhausted. I'm going to pick all this up. But yeah, I'll take you through the WhatNot show before I finish up, and then we'll call it a wrap. All right, folks, that is it. We're out of here. We're going to go have some, actually, we're having the Filipino restaurant, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, nice. So this is what's going to happen on WhatNot. Whether we get through all of it is going to be a whole different conversation, but definitely got a good sweat. This is looking like a retail shop. Anyway, we'll be back here again tomorrow, kicking it off. I think we're good to go. Carla's going to be absolutely chockers tomorrow. Anyway, folks, we'll do the show tomorrow. I'll give you a recap tomorrow, and we're out of here with some incredible pieces. I'm so happy, very, very pleased with the deal. Still have a lot of stuff to do, so just crazy. This is Carhartt. Anyway, ciao. You want to say bye? Bye. And just like that, it was Saturday. It's like a Groundhog Day this week, isn't it, babe? She's like, we got some coffee, we got some breakfast. I'm gonna enjoy that for a bit, then I'll get finally set up fully. It's just got a sale. An offer, and it's at 11, so we've got about 50 minutes. So get this all set up, and then it's good to go. All right, team, it's 7 minutes out, and everything's set up. This is all good. We've got things in some sense of an order. I've got my cup of tea, got drink, we've got everything set up here, got the screen, got this. I know a few people are asking, how do we do all this, but this is what it kind of looks like. This is the big banger for the show. Carla's running point over here. Basically, she will skew everything, and then she's going to take it out here and essentially just yeah, put it out here and do what she got to do. So we're good to go. This is still obviously a mess, but that's for next week. I'm excited. Should be good. Wish us luck, folks. And hey, if you missed out this time, there's going to be plenty more of them. Make sure you jump over to WhatNot, bookmark the show. There's lots of opportunity, and it's a whole bunch of fun as well. So appreciate you all. If you did want to sign up for the first time as a seller, you can get $100 credit. I believe it's $100 credit or $150 credit matched if you do a certain amount of shows in a certain amount of time. I'll put the coupon up here, the link up here. You can go there, get that done, and get yourself some extra $1 dues. Let's do this. Ciao. You ready, babe? Yeah.
Ready.
Folks, we are done. I'll show you the results shortly, but we sold all of this. Carla's now just putting everything together, but we sold, this is all to different people. This is one person's pile, another person's pile, multiple people's piles. We had a lot of new people come through, which I'm super grateful for. So thank you so much. We had some giveaways, a whole bunch of fun. We went for 4 hours, absolutely smashed it in terms of dollar dues compared to last time. We ended up doing $2,678 for 209 orders. Just show you what that looks like, folks. So, you know, not a high ASP, but we've made money on everything. So I'm happy with that. And plus we've just moved over 209 items. So we can't really complain. It's actually probably more than that because we did a couple of bundles as well on some lower end stuff, and some people got some really good deals. 4 pieces of R.M. Williams for like 36 bucks and stuff like that. So it's really good. We'll probably do more, just don't know when because we're going to be busy for the next few weeks, but we still have a lot of leftover stock. Some of this we might bundle up into some wholesale opportunities that we'll do on WhatNot as well, like buy a box kind of thing. And yeah, I think that's what we will end up doing. But we're done. We're going to pack up here, get out of here, and we're going to go have some lunch and just take it easy. But super grateful for anyone that came through and actually made a purchase. I've still got to do my recap, but I'll do that a little bit later. But yeah, very happy with this. 4 hours and 12 minutes. And yeah, we'll see you next week and we'll do it all again. And bye from the boss.
Bye.
I'll do the recap soon. Ciao. Whew, what a week, folks. I'm tired, I'm exhausted. It's been a week, but we got it all done. And to think that it was just 2 days ago that we got the 5,000 pieces, that just blows my mind. And I can't say, I don't think I've ever felt so just at peace and at happiness with the way everything's happening, because everything went nice and smooth. It all fit in well. We've got a plan for it. We're tackling it straight away. And I was still able to do the WhatNot show with ease. I mean, it's just all worked out really, really well. And this kind of like ability for throughput, you know, input versus output as well, and just the momentum we're able to put behind things, being able to rely on the team, have those things happen. It's just a game changer, and it is a game changer for the business. Now, obviously, there's still a lot of things I need to fix in the business, which we're working towards. As I mentioned earlier, one of my big lessons and realizations this week is, as much as I continue to delegate, as much as I continue to let go of things, there's still more things that I need to move on from. And, you know, we'll be ramping up, changing the way I'll be going forward with my listings. And I'll be stepping away from doing more and more of that and putting that more back on John and the team, just so I can free up a bit more and not become a bottleneck. And that's the problem. I'm a bottleneck. So, still got another big thing that I got to get done for this weekend, which I got to do a cost-based analysis and pricing matrix for a new opportunity we have for the eWaste. I got to do all that probably tomorrow because I have to have it back to them by Monday, Tuesday. So got to work on that tomorrow. But I'm going to take rest now. So really good week. I can't really complain. And I'm super grateful for how it's all gone. I'm excited for next week, and I'm excited to continue to dig through all these clothing. It's going to be a whole bunch of fun. So that's really where I'm at. The lessons, I mean, WhatNot's been amazing. What I say, we did $2,600. I'm probably going to walk away with about $500, $600 profit. But the beauty is we've got that much money going back into the bank just for cash flow, which is a huge win. And majority of that stuff, you know, we got Tuesday, and we've been able to turn it around in less than a week. So the key about that is usually to photo, to wash, and to list cost me about $3 a piece. So I'm saving myself, for the 200 items we sold, I'm saving myself about $600 in bottom line cost, lowering my average expense. But with the total, revenue and everything's turning around us just quicker. So grateful for that. I'm going to run through some of those numbers for myself. But in terms of numbers this week, we're probably going to land on $11,000, I think. Obviously being Saturday, we've still got Sunday. And month-wise, we're still not getting to where I want to be bottom line-wise, because just so many expenses keep coming through. And they're not even additional expenses. They're just variable costs that arise of unknowns and things that we just have to fix and change. And that's just the way of doing business, right? I mean, we'll probably make profit still, but not much. But, to think about it, that I'm paying for multiple staff members, feeding their families, all those different things, that to me changes my whole perspective of everything, because that brings me more happiness and joy than anything else. Some of them are probably even earning more than me. Actually, they are earning more than me. So to think that they're able to rely on me to have them do what they want to do, and even like Dion, he was just living the dream, sorting for that clothing, dream job, and I've been able to give that to him. So that's pretty life-changing. Like when you think about that, it's also scary because, you're helping people provide for their families and things like that. So definitely something that's in the back of my mind. But all things considered, can't really complain. Great week, great momentum. New week next week. I'm going to take rest for the rest of the day, and we'll be back here again next week doing it all again. Not sure if I'll have a WhatNot show for clothing next week, but we've got the charity event one for Wednesday night. But yeah, any questions, comments, chuck them down below. Otherwise, we'll be back here again next week. I will say this, remember, all you got to do is one thing that gets you closer to where you want to be. Or if you're not sure what to do and you've got a decision to make, is ask yourself, does this get you closer to where you want to be? If you do that and you continue to move closer to where you want to be, and you're willing to do the work in making that happen, you'll be all right. So appreciate you, and we'll see you next week. Ciao.